Hey, 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 what's up, what's up? So, welcome. I wanted to quick jump on to do this live video because it's a topic, and as you can see in the comments on the left or right, I don't know, about relationship. And because it's something that happened to me recently, like many people contact me for relationship, and we talked a lot about relationship, and I recently met someone, so that was something that happened in my life, and I wanted to share with you the 3 biggest mistakes we all make in our relationship. So mostly it's for love relationship, but what I'm going to share with you works for every single relationship. So what I'm going to tell you tonight, you're going to apply for every single of your relationship. And this is something funny because I love the word relationship in English, and because I love talking about REAL-tionship. So if you want to have a REAL-tionship with your partner, with your coworker, with your friend, with your family, it's for you. So first, I'm going to share with you some things that I've heard recently, and you will tell me in comments if that's relate to you. Oh, he doesn't want to change. I put all the effort. I give a lot, I don't get back. Or he doesn't understand me. She doesn't understand me. She doesn't want to understand me. All that kind of phrase. So if that's relate to you, just drop a comment and just to be sure. So this is something I've heard a lot. So the very first mistake we make in our relationship is that we have a script in our mind of what should be our relationship. Like what should be our relationship, we have a script. It's like almost like a storyboard of what should be our relationship. And I remembered when I was working in a bank, I worked 10 years in a bank, and I had this script in mind that all my relationship with my co-workers and my colleagues should be smooth and easy, and we talked and we shared and we help each others. And obviously, like if you work in a corporate, you know that's exactly that, right? So the reality doesn't fit my storyboard, doesn't fit my blueprint of what should be my co-working relationship. And this was kind of the same with my love relationship in the past and my friend relationship. Most of the time I was disappointed. I was like, I was stressed and frustrated. Most of the time I was frustrated and gets me angry about my friend, which I love, but at the time, and I'm sure that you've experienced that as well, like you have this friend who's always late, whatever you do is always late, or even worse, he calls you on the time of the event or the meeting you should have and say, hey, I've just these things that happen, I can't do that today, can we postpone or something? And it does that like many times. It's just like not once, not twice, like all the time it does that. And because in your head, the script is, the storyboard you have is, you have a meeting with your friend and you have decided to meet at 3 p.m. and your friend should be here at 3 p.m. because this is the script, this is the storyboard you have in mind. So this is the first mistake, is to have a storyboard in your mind. I'm not saying that you should not have some expectation, and that's great to have some value about that, not expectation, if that makes sense. Like it's good to have some values, but not expectation about that. So this is the first thing. If you have that in mind, if you have your script, your storyboard, and I'm sure that's related to you, like I'm sure that you have some kind of script, storyboard in your mind, like, oh, my relationship, my love relationship, we should love and doing that, and that should sound like this, or with your coworker and your family, and they does not fit to the script. And the second thing is to keep that in your mind, to keep that to yourself, not sharing with the other person. Like you're not sharing your script with the other person, like, hey, I imagine that you will be on time for this meeting, and that will fulfill me. So this is the second thing. This is the second mistake, is we are not sharing our script, our rules, to make us like, this is the rules we have, and this is something I work most of the time with my clients. What are your rules? What your rules? Like, it's like a user manual. It's like a microwave. When you buy a microwave, if you don't read the user manual, you're not gonna use it properly. Like, you're just gonna use the 30-second thing. You put your plates in, you put the 30-second, you try, oh, it's not hot enough, you put that again, and 30-second again, and it's never hot enough, right? It's never warm enough, because you haven't read the manual, and you would have found that there is a function to make it warm in 2 minutes, easy, and that's it. And that's the same for you. If you don't give the user manual to the other person, the other person can't know how you work, you manage, right? So this is the second mistake: not sharing the script, not sharing our user manual. So, and the worst is when you blame the other person for not following your script. Oh, he's always late, it doesn't respect me, it doesn't like me, or he doesn't, whatever it is, or she, or whoever you're in relation with, doesn't do your script because you have a script in mind, you have a model, you have a movie in mind, and it doesn't fit in your movie. Second mistake is to blame the other for not following and to want to change this other person. And the most common thing is, it does not want to change for me. So the first thing to understand is, you can't change people. You can influence them, but you can't change them. It's impossible to change a person. Like, if someone say, hey, you should change now, will you do it? No, you won't. But if someone say, hey, that would make me very happy if we could do that together, or whatever, you might think about it. Which is the biggest difference. So you can't change people, but you can influence them to be different, to change their behavior. You can influence them to change their behavior. So you can't change them, but you can influence them to change their behavior. So the second mistake is to want to change the person, like to think that the person can be changed. So you can't change that. And what did I say? Where was I? Ah, that's a problem with the live, because I'm going through in the flow, and now I've just get back to my notes. Okay, so the first thing is you have a script. Second is you don't share your script, and second, you blame the others because he doesn't want to follow the script and he doesn't want to change, right? So this is the three biggest mistakes. So now you might wonder, okay, but how can we keep the relation between us if it doesn't do what I need to do? So the first thing is to share your script. So let me share a story with you that happened. And when I share sharing your script, sharing your storyboard, is sharing how you work, how you manage, and give the other person your user manuals. So I was I had a catch up with a friend, and I met this guy, and he's the most amazing guy. And we were sharing, and I don't know how, in the conversation we end up talking about a relationship and love relationship. And they said, oh, we work on the 5 love language, the book that is really famous at the moment and all that. And I'm not a big fan of any model. I'm a big fan. I love models because they bring awareness, but then I like people to use their brain instead of just following a model. Like, use their brain and think how they can improve and all that, instead of just following, oh, the model say that I am that, so I'm that. No, just, oh, I figure out that, oh, in this model I'm that. Anyway, so, and he was sharing, oh, we figure out that my wife is more act of service. So I prepare the coffee, I do some stuff for her and all that. And I was looking at his wife while he was saying that, like, and when I was hearing that, it seems that very nice, very kind, and very loving. But I saw on the face of his wife that nothing sparkled, right? Nothing, like, you can feel that in the eyes that something is happening or not. So I asked her, like, oh, do you feel loved? Do you feel loved about that? She looked at me, she looked at him, and she said, no, I feel that he liked me, but I don't feel loved. Wow. Wow. I was like, he was amazed. He was like, wow, I'm doing that and you don't feel loved? And she said, no, I like that you do that, but I don't feel loved. The real love, like, really cherish. And I said, oh, okay. So how do you know he loved you? She said, oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. And I said, take your time, breathe, take a deep breath in, and take your time and think about that. Like, how do you when was the last time you felt love? She just think, and I see that she was looking in her mind and trying to remember something, and she ended up saying to me, oh, the last time I really felt love was when he let the light of the garage and the alley. In the alley, they have I don't know how to say that in English, but anyway, they have an alley where they park the car in front of their house. And she said, oh, I really felt love because I finished my work late, and he let the light on, and I feel safe. And at this moment, I think in my head that he cared for me, and he loved me, and he made me feel secure. I was, wow. And he himself, like, he would sit on his seat. He was like, oh, I didn't know that. And she said, yes, I like feeling secure, and I like when you do that kind of stuff. So, and then we had this conversation, we go a bit deeper, but why I wanted to share this example with you is because sometimes a model is not enough. You have to go a bit deeper. This is why I like to, and she never told him that for her to feel loved by him, to feel the love he had, it was like the simple thing, like switching, letting the light on, putting the light on, making her feel safe, and that kind of stuff. So, and it works for your love relationship, your friendship, or every kind of relationship you have. And this is why I love this word, relationship. And I can allow myself to make some words because I'm not an English speaker, but relationship, I love this, a relationship. If you really want to have a deep connection with someone, ask them like, hey, if you're in a love relationship, ask them, hey, how do you know I love you? But take this time for yourself and really have this deep conversation, this deep talk. Wink, wink. Let's do some ads for my next show. So this deep talk with this other person, and this really deep conversation. How do you know I love you? And how do you feel respected by me? How do you feel that I care for you? And like all those questions that we never ask because we assume. This is a script we have. We assume the other know, and we know. So this is my gift for you tonight. I hope you've taken something from it. I love you. Take care of yourself, and much love. See you. I'm going off now. If you have any question, put that in the comment, and I will come back later. Much love to you. Bye. Bye-bye.